Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mesa Public Schools Virtual College Fair. We are very excited to have you participating in this event with us. We have quite a number of fantastic schools here today to speak with you. My name is Clarissa, and I'll be your facilitator today. Before we get started, there are a few housekeeping items I'd like to go over with you. Your camera and microphone are turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. There's also a Q&A button on your screen that you can use to ask questions to our presenters at any time. And if you do have a question for a specific school, be sure to mention them within your question. This is also one of many sessions happening this evening as well as tomorrow, so definitely feel free to go back out to the schedule and see what else might be available. And lastly, the session is being recorded and will be available afterwards at strivescan.com/Greater Arizona. Now, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first institution, which is Huntington University, Arizona.
Well, thank you so much and welcome to the session and learning just a little bit more about Huntington. My name is Tiffany Swartz and I am the Admissions Outreach Specialist here at Huntington. And if you aren't familiar with us, we are a digital media art school located in Peoria. So if you're not from the state of Arizona, Peoria is in the northwest part of the valley. We offer 4 specific majors at the university. So we are a small school with a specific niche. And those areas are in animation, graphic design, film production, and TV production. So if you're creative and you're looking for that creativity to be scratched a little bit, then this is a good location for you. The last 5 years in a row, we have been the #1 private digital media art school in the nation, garnering awards nationwide in areas like the Student Emmys, the BEA Awards. We've taken #1 in the nation for private schools in the last few years, and then also been featured in some different nationwide film festivals, not just in Arizona, but also in areas like Beverly Hills. So that's pretty exciting. As I mentioned, all of our bachelor's degrees are listed here. And it is a 4-year degree program that our students seek, but we do have opportunities for students right out of high school, transferring from one of maybe one of the Maricopa community colleges or even nationwide at another state school, private institution. We see students from all over. And then we have some opportunities for students that are maybe still in high school as well, looking to get a jump start on their education. Just a few awesome fun toys that you can play with while you're on campus. Green Psych walls, infinity walls. We do have a 50-seat theater on campus. If you're looking more out of the production zone and looking more into art, animation, drawing, we have all the gear that you would need that industry professionals are using in the field. Just briefly want to touch on each of our majors. Animation, we do 2D and 3D animation. And like I mentioned earlier, we do like to offer all of our students the software and gear that the professionals are using in the field. So one of our softwares is Maya. So you'll see some examples here of films that use that. ZBrush. And then also Toon Boom Harmony. So think of 2D animation. So animation is one of our biggest and strongest growing programs at the university. Graphic design is another one of our majors. If you're interested in marketing, even the fine arts, illustration, print media, then this might be an awesome avenue for you to take. The good news is that pretty much every single organization these days needs a graphic designer. So there's a whole lot of job security there. Our students do start with a fine arts foundation. So think painting, drawing, different things like that, and then move more into the digital side of things. So we are showing some different examples of student work here that you can take a look at. So very cool. My husband's actually a creative graphic designer as well. He's a creative director at a movie company, and he's done some teaching at Huntington. TV production is another one of our 4 majors. This can be a lot of different things. Our very first graduate at Huntington actually started working with ABC or AB channels 3 and 5. I think it's like Arizona's Family. So he was doing some different work in the field, but it's not just doing news. It can also be doing documentaries, maybe sports broadcasting and things like that. Our campus is located right across from where the Mariners and the Padres do their spring training. So our students have had the opportunity to cover some of their games, which is cool. In these photos, you'll see teleprompters, our TriCaster. So there is a lot for our students to get their hands on. And that leads me to our last major, which is in film production. You really get to learn every single role at the university, whether you want to direct, write, edit, produce, whatever the case may be. And what's really exciting is that our students get their hands on gear right when they get in their first semester. You don't have to wait until your junior year to do that. You can do things with working with one of our 2 RED cameras with cinematic lenses, working with our Blackmagic Pocket, which has a 4K lens. So there's a lot of great things that you can do in film production. We did want to show some of our scene studies briefly. So some exciting things. Our film students were just nominated for 26 Emmys nationwide, so we are very proud of them. Just a few fun facts to go through as far as our tuition and fees are concerned. We are very proud of the fact that we are affordable for an arts institution. We have $412 per credit hour, which is right around where the state schools are at for the state of Arizona. So that puts us at about $12,000 a year for a full-time student to attend with us. And we just look for a few things right around a 2.3 or higher GPA. We have gone to test optional this last year if you are a first-time freshman student. We are always looking for official transcripts if you are just graduating high school, in high school, or coming to us from another university. So that's just a little bit of housekeeping. You can always let us know if you have more specific questions about that. Our application is always free to complete. We are really just interested in getting to know any creatives that are out there and maybe interested in our programs. If you do have any questions, our admissions counselor's name is Will May. You can actually scan this little QR code and that will take you directly to a link that allows you to just sign up and we will send you more information. We would love for you to come visit our campus. That's the best way to know if we would be a good fit for you. We are a small institution, and so that gives you an idea if you're looking for that smaller side or the larger side of a university. So thank you so much for your time. We hope to see you all soon.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Up next, we have Park University.
Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Is my screen shared? Sorry.
Not at the moment.
Oh, it looked like it was. All right.
There you go.
Perfect, thank you. Hi guys, I am one of the admissions counselors for Park University located in Gilbert in the Heritage District. So if you've ever been in downtown Gilbert area, we are right there next to all of those different restaurants. A little bit about Park University. Our Gilbert campus has actually only been here for about 3 years, but our home campus was opened up in Parkville, Missouri in 1875, so almost 150 years now. We have over 40 majors and are over 30 minors that you can take either in person or online. Gilbert's top 4 programs are criminal justice, business administration, sports and exercise science, and psychology. We have, I think, probably about 2/3 of our students taking these programs as a whole. And then, like I said, over 40 programs as a whole. So if there's a program you're interested in that it's not listed here specifically, let me know. I can definitely tell you if we have it or not. My favorite thing about Park is our classrooms. Our faculty is actually engaged in this picture that you see on the bottom here. We had a speech class and all the students were nervous about giving their first presentation. So the professor had their students stand up and dance in front of their students to help them kind of get the jitters out, preparing for their first speech. You can also tell this is not a lot of students. We have small class sizes, averaging about 15 students to 1 faculty member. You can take classes online or in person at the Gilbert campus, and then many of our students are actively engaged with our faculty members, and we even have tutors and mentors available. Along with tutors and mentors and our other resources, you have your success coaches, which is your academic advisor, who's there to help you make sure you graduate on time and on budget. We have career services, a mental health counselor, disability services, and even an athletic trainer if you're interested in athletics. If you wanted to live with us on campus, we do partner with 3 different local apartment complexes. On average, per month, housing is about $700. We do charge per semester, so that's about $3,500, around 5 months per semester, which is compared to about $1,300 to $2,300 per month for off-campus housing. The biggest thing with our housing is that $700 includes everything. So you don't have to worry about tuition fees or anything else. I'm sorry, not tuition fees, utilities, internet, all of that. That's included in that $700, whereas off-campus housing, you'd have to get all that. As I mentioned with our athletic trainer, we do have 15 different sports for men and women's teams between intercollegiate varsity athletics. You can see all of our sports listed down at the bottom. I'd be happy to talk to you about one of them. We'd love to have you on campus to connect with a coach. Moving on to a little bit about financial aid. We are really affordable. National average for tuition and fees is around $37,000 per year. Parks tuition and fees for the next year is going to be just under $14,000 at $4.53 per credit hour. And then there's a $10 activity fee per credit as well. We do have our financial aid link here and then the FAFSA link in our school code if you were interested in filling that out. And then my other favorite thing is we do have several different scholarships. Everything you see on here that is above $1,000 is based on GPA. And if it's a transfer scholarship based on how many credits you're transferring in. But we did just start our Start Right scholarship, which is for our students who are trying to start off right going to their first semester. So attending 3 different academic and admissions events on campus. So visiting us for a tour, an open house day, or even Get on Board, which is like a pre-orientation event. You can get yourself $1,000 for your first year on campus. Like I said, we'd love to have you on campus for a tour. If you wanted to take a picture, this has our first QR code is our tour link right here. Also the link on the screen. And we also love to have you apply. You can waive the application fee with code VISIT in all caps. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to help answer them. You can put them in the Q&A, answer from there. I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you for your presentation. Up next, we have Honors College, University of Arizona.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Alex Nunez. I am the Assistant Director of Recruitment and Admissions for the Honors College at the University of Arizona. Quick update with that, we have undergone a name change. We are now the W.A. Franke Honors College. The Franke family donated a very significant gift to the Honors College earlier this month. And so in recognition of that, we are now called the Franke Honors College. But a little bit about honors. We are a little bit different than how an honors sort of curriculum or program operates at the high school level. The Honors College is on the University of Arizona campus. So we're not a separate campus. You can declare any major, do anything else that the University of Arizona would already offer to you. The Honors College instead is more of an academic support community for some of the university's top students. And this takes shape in several different ways that I'll explain throughout the presentation. But in terms of our size, we're looking at maybe 10 to 15% of the overall student body that is involved with the Honors College. And the Honors College is a great way to make a large university and a large campus seem really small, maybe more similar to a smaller liberal arts style college or university. So it's a nice blend of big school, a lot of access with sort of the small learning environment that a lot of us really enjoy. Some of the many ways that honors can support students is listed here. This could be anything from a residential component. We do have a brand new dorm on campus called the Honors Village. It is the newest and largest dorm on campus with many other living amenities that our students can enjoy. It could be in the classrooms itself. So really immersive and engaging course options for students that are going to be smaller in size, a lot more engaged with faculty members, maybe involved in things like research, collaboration, and just hands-on learning, and a lot of engagement experiences. So these would be things that I would classify as extracurricular academic opportunities that are not going to be confined in a traditional classroom. A lot of ways to get involved with study abroad, and that includes some, field work or internships or other things like that while you're abroad. It could be ways to conduct service learning, so community service in the local community that typically would target specific social justice topics or issues. It could also be things like internships, research, professional development. One of the ways that honors sort of lends weight to your degree is sort of the enhancement of these kinds of engagement experiences. These are ways that you can demonstrate to a graduate program or a job opportunity that you know how to take the content you're learning in your classes and apply them to the real world. They're great ways to get industry experience, and they are really one of the most fun parts of your college experience as well. And honors really make sure that you have as much access to those things as possible. One of the many benefits to being an honor student is sort of shaping those networks, not just in the content you're learning in your classes, but also how you're applying that into context outside of that class. And so a lot of honor students go right into really competitive graduate programs or jobs because of the experiences that they've accumulated throughout their undergraduate careers at the University of Arizona. Every honor student has different interests, and so this honors experience is very customizable depending upon what exactly students want to get out of that for themselves. In order to apply to the Honors College, the very first thing to do is to apply to the university just like normal. The Honors College does not have a minimum or expected GPA, although many of our prospective applicants take rigorous courses in high school, dual enrollment, honors, AP, etc. The honors application will ask for a few supplemental materials, a personal statement, an activities resume, and a letter of recommendation. But it is a very holistic review of an applicant's sort of materials and an entire picture of their life as a student, not just their transcript. We do have a couple of deadlines. The first one is approaching. So if you are a senior, that deadline is November 15th. Our final deadline will be February 15th, with honors decisions being released about a month after each appropriate deadline. If you have any questions, I will make sure to send my email address in the chat for you all. But otherwise, I will yield my time and we can go to our next presenter. So thank you all very much for your attention.
Thank you for your presentation. As a reminder to our participants, if you guys have any questions for the institutions you are hearing from today, definitely don't hesitate to put them in the Q&A down below. Up next, Mesa Community College.
Hi, everybody. My name is Art Dela Cruz, and I am going to pull up my presentation here, and we can go ahead and get started. Clarissa, can you see the presentation up on the being presented?
Yes, we can.
Okay, wonderful. I'm so excited to see everybody. Well, I don't see you, but I'm excited that everybody's here to talk about Mesa Community College. There's three things that I want everybody to get from our presentation today. We're a wonderful value located here in Mesa, Arizona. We offer lots of choices for students, and we really want to see your success for you to reach your goals, whatever they may be. So we're going to talk about those things here today. We constantly hear from students that, you know, one of the biggest things that they look for in an institution is affordability. And so the Maricopa Community Colleges, specifically Mesa Community College, we offer that affordability. Students can take classes that are fully transferable to a lot of the in-state universities, a lot of out-of-state schools at 75% of the cost, 75% less of the cost of tuition at those in-state institutions. So it ends up being about $85 per credit hour. When you compare it, you just can't beat that price. So it's a wonderful way for you to get a lot of those classes completed, whether that be you're going for a certificate program or whether it be that you're wanting to transfer to a four-year institution afterward. We're here for you, and we're here to hopefully make it so that you're able to take classes and have an affordable education. The other thing that we constantly hear from our students is they love our flexibility. You know, we offer in-person classes on a couple different campuses, which I'm going to talk about later. We offer online classes, and we offer hybrid classes that are partly online, part in person. And for the online, you know, you can do synchronous online, where you log in through a video at a certain time every week, no matter where you're at. And so you have an internet connection and you're able to log into your class. And we offer the on your own time type of online class where students can log in and do their work, you know, throughout different times of the week. So lots of flexibility there. We offer day classes. For a lot of our students, they work during the day. So we do have those evening options as well that students really enjoy. over 195 different degree programs and certificates, over 7,000 classes available. And not only that, you get great value out of that tuition that you pay, because Mesa is one of the top 100 colleges, and that's ranked by Community College Week. So you're getting wonderful education at a very affordable price. So no matter what it is that your goal is, whether it be a certificate program, or you want to get a 2-year degree, or you're taking your first steps toward a 4-year degree, Mesa is here for you. So there's lots of fields of interest. You know, no matter what you want to go into, you know, we have something for you here at Mesa. And maybe if you don't quite know exactly what you're wanting to study, what career that you want, we have career counselors here that can help you narrow that down. And it's a wonderful place to start, a small community where you can really explore some different career paths and take those steps towards narrowing it down and finding a career that's going to teach you skills. No matter what it is your goal is going to be, we want you to have those skills so you can take that out into the workforce and find a good paying job. And for those students who want to transfer after Mesa Community College, whether that be, you know, one of the in-state institutions, or whether it be out of state, or maybe even out of the country, 42% of our students say that they plan on transferring and get additional education after they complete their programs at Mesa. So a lot of our students choose to take their first steps here at Mesa towards that higher level degree. We have partnerships outside of the state of Arizona, and as well as the very strong partnerships within the state of Arizona. And so much so that there's even university advisors from Arizona State, University of Arizona, Northern Arizona University, and Grand Canyon on our Southern and Dobson campus. Though they have staff members who are housed on that campus, so you can meet with your academic advisor to that university while you're right there on the campus. We have wonderful faculty who are committed to teaching. You know, they're award-winning faculty, and they're there to support you. A lot of our faculty come directly from industry. So, you know, they have many years experience specifically doing the jobs that students want to get. And so their whole job is to teach students and to teach that new generation. And it's a really great idea to also get to know our faculty members really well. They're here, they have office hours, and you know, like I said, they still have those industry connections. So for students who want recommendations or, you know, are looking for internships, oftentimes our faculty can help place those students into those internships. So it's wonderful to get to know your faculty, and the students frequently tell us how supportive they feel that their teachers are. There's lots of different things to get involved in while you're here on campus, whether that be clubs and organizations. We have a wonderful honors program, athletic teams. We have wonderful study abroad opportunities, service learning, and we have fine and performing arts. So it's definitely a diverse campus, and we focus on that, and we want to bring that to the table. So for students who want to seek that experience, international students who come to Mesa, as well as students from outside of Arizona and then within the state. So it's a wonderful community. It's culturally diverse, and there's lots of things to do to get involved in. As far as paying for school, we want to support you in that way as well. We offer financial aid workshops to help fill out the FAFSA. Lots of different scholarships. We offer tuition payment plans. We try to make it as easy as possible to really, because at the end of the day, we want the students to reach their goals. And so that plan is customizable to students. These are lots of different ways that students use to pay for school. I do want to highlight, we have our President Honor Scholarship, wonderful program, 3.25 unweighted GPA or higher. And if you're a recent Maricopa High School graduate going to school full-time, you can qualify for that wonderful scholarship. But everything under the sun, students use all of these different ways to pay for school. And we want you to feel supported. So once you do get here, we want to make sure that you know that we are going to support you, whether that be, you know, free tutoring, career planning. You'll never pay to park on a Mesa Community College campus, academic advising to help you finish your program, personal counseling, library services, our fitness center. We have so many things on our campuses. And I did mention campuses, and that's plural. We have a Southern and Dobson campus, which most students who are in the Valley or in Arizona are familiar with. But we also have a Red Mountain campus, which is a much smaller campus, and it gives you a more intimate feel. So you can sign up to tour either one of those campuses. The information's right there on the screen. But we do offer that diverse experience. And if the in-person experience is not for you, you could always do an online experience as well. We offer online classes. So this is the way that you go through, and the first step is to get admitted. So right there's the website, and it's 4 easy steps. But I think that's all the time that I have for you. But thank you so much. Let us know how we can help you get to Mesa Community College.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Our final institution for this session is Benedictine University, Mesa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole from Benedictine University. My colleague Brandon subbing in for him tonight. I am new to Benedictine, so bear with me, but I'm so excited to share what we have to offer here. So like I said, my name is Nicole. Benedictine University in Mesa is located in downtown Mesa. We have 2 branches actually. So Mesa is one branch. We do have a branch outside of Chicago in the suburbs. So that's been around for quite some time, 135 years. So both of us together, we collectively share the same mission, values, hallmarks. So we are super excited about that. Specifically in our Mesa campus, we have over 600 students, and that's continuing to grow each year. And we are actually Arizona's first and only Catholic college. So I had no idea about that until I started at Mesa. So that's something interesting. Our student experience. So obviously you're coming to college, and we think it's really important to get the most out of your educational experience. We do have super small class sizes. So 8 to 15 students, you're really going to have that quality attention from faculty and staff, as well as really get to know your classmates. The benefit of that is going to transfer over to obviously the real world when you are working with people in your jobs. And we also have the student faculty ratio of 12 to 1. So like I said, that attention to detail, that one-on-one help from your professors is really going to go a long way and help you in the long run. That greater personal interaction is going to help not only in the classroom, but get those internships, get those recommendation letters, and whatever else you need after the fact. We are super big on community environment. So building those close relationships with classmates, sharing classes with many students who are majoring in the same area. And a small campus means access to staff and student resources. So I kind of touched on it on the previous slide. We do have a bunch of hallmarks, and community is a big one. Given that we are in the middle of downtown Mesa, we think it is important to bring students into that community, but also bring it outside the community to that downtown Mesa area. As for our majors and what you're looking to study, so we do have kind of 3 different areas to look at. Our first being the business side of things. So we do offer accounting, management and organizational behavior, and entrepreneurship. Our accounting, we do encourage students to go on to get their CPA if they want to do so, and we kind of help advise you with that. With our management organizational behavior major, we do have 4 different concentrations that are available to you. The great thing about these is that you can kind of be a little bit more specific in what you're looking to do after the fact, and kind of dial in and make yourself more marketable. As for entrepreneurship, we are in partners with Cahoots. Again, all of these business majors, we want to get you involved. So internships and that kind of thing are big in that Mesa area, and we're wanting to get you connected with that. As far as our liberal arts, we do have quite a few options for you between criminology, psychology, computer science, communication arts, kind of figuring out what your niche is. The nice thing about all of our majors is that we are a liberal arts university, so you are going to have to take a lot of general electives that include like writing, English, speech, and some like religion, literature, stuff like that. So you can kind of find where you want to be. So a lot of students do come in undecided, and that's okay. You can kind of figure out your major, whether that be your second or third year, or even transferring in. We have students who don't know what they want to do, and they take a few electives and they find out, what they're looking for within our liberal arts major. And then the last kind of section we have is our sciences. So health science, this is a really great major for students who are looking to go on to that kind of pre-professional program, whether that be pre-med, pre-PT, or pre-PA. That really sets you up by taking a lot of the chemistries and biology classes that you need, as well as like genetics, anatomy, physiology. So you are prepared to go on and do bigger and better things when you get to grad school, as well as feel prepared. We also have health education and promotion with a concentration in medical Spanish, and then nutrition and allied health as well. So we have kind of a wide diversity of colleges and majors to offer, and kind of feel that students can benefit from taking each one of these. As much as we want you to get involved in the classroom with your faculty and staff, we want you to get involved outside the classroom as well. College is what you make of it, and we think getting involved with clubs and organizations is only going to help your college experience see it through all the way. So some examples are Criminal Justice Club, Black Student Union, Hispanic Student Association, Red Hawk Student Association, and more. So some of these are based off your major, but some are just based off hobbies as well. So we do have students who make their own clubs as well. You just have to go through a process, but it is cool to see students get involved on campus and have like bake sales and stuff like that. Another way to get involved is on-campus jobs. So we do have those available. Students like working, in the different departments we have on campus, and doing some research, or working in the business office, just to get a little bit more understanding of like that real world kind of feel. So we have that. We do have our residence halls. So if you want to get involved in that, getting used to hanging out with kids in, your classes and whatnot. And then just some things that our students do is go downtown Mesa, enjoy like the nightlife, the film festival, Friday night art walk, music fest, food trucks, and then there's always things going on. So like I said, community is a big thing. So if we can get involved in outside the community, it really does wonders for our students. On top of that, we also you can get involved by being in college athletics. So we are a member of the NAI, and just recently our men's volleyball team won the 2019 national championship. So that's super exciting. Obviously with COVID, we haven't had much participation, but excited to get back out there this year. We do have men's and women's sports in basketball, soccer, volleyball, and golf. And then we have baseball, softball, beach volleyball, dance, and cheer. And we have a few clubs as well, including badminton, bowling, and esports. So if you are interested in any of those, feel free to reach out, to us and the coach to kind of get that process started and trying to get involved in those. So we know education, getting involved outside the classroom are big, but also the scholarship side of things and paying for it. So we are, like I said, we are NAI, so we do have scholarships based on, athletic scholarships and club scholarships for students who are looking to do that. Those are determined by, the coaches and that kind of thing, but we do have scholarships that you could apply for as well, depending on your GPA and your application. So once you do apply and you get accepted, we do automatically review for any scholarships that you might be eligible for, and we let you know what you would get. But we also encourage students to file their FAFSA. So like many of these other schools have talked about, there are kind of 3 different things you may be eligible for or qualify for. So federal grants through the government that you do not have to pay back, your student loans that have pretty low interest rate, and then you could be eligible for federal work study when you get a job on campus as well. So you get a paycheck and you can apply that to your out-of-pocket cost or keep it for spending money. To do that, you just file your FAFSA, which did open this past October on the 1st. So you're going to want to file your 22-23 FAFSA using our school code, give you some information about that and talk about what that means and how we can make Benedictine Mesa affordable for you. Like I said, if you are interested, feel free to reach out to start the process. You will just have to apply, send your official transcripts, and an admissions counselor will reach out to you. But this is our contact information. Like I said, if any questions or concerns come up, but thanks for listening, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you so much for your presentation. We do still have some time left in our programming, so I'm going to bring our representatives back on for a short, quick Q&A for you all. So the question they are going to be responding to is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we will go in presentation order. So we will start with Huntington University, Arizona.
Hi guys. Well, I think first things first, if it's your senior year, I would definitely enjoy your senior year as much as possible because it's just a really exciting time. I've been doing higher ed and admissions for a while, and I think that one of the best things that I could say is to visit every campus that you're interested in. I think that when you go to a campus, you know pretty quickly if that's going to be a good fit for you. Do you vibe with the size financially when you go there? Can you afford it and things like that? So going to a campus and seeing everything for yourself, I think is a really great indicator to just know if it's a good fit for you. And then you can kind of start letting all those other pieces fall into play. So visiting is my #1 recommendation for students.
Park University.
I think Tiffany kind of hit it right on the nail. I was going to say the same thing. I have actually not been in higher education very long, but so I recently did visit colleges less than about 4 years ago or so. And I think, like she said, visiting colleges and seeing if you connect with the students, connect with the faculty, try to definitely join campus on a day that we're hosting an event so you can see how the students are going on, visit campus life, and go from there. That's going to be my biggest thing to recommend. My other piece, at least with Park University, if you apply to Park with our free code, there's no obligation for you to start. If you have any transfer credits, dual credit credits, applying and sending in those transcripts will allow you to see which school will accept more and kind of go from there. I think being able to see what school has the right path for you in terms of programs, talking with the people on campus, and even if it's an athletic school you're looking at, talking with the coaches there as well. Visiting campus is probably key, and then going from there.
The Honors College at University of Arizona.
I agree with the suggestion that you should visit your respective campuses that you're considering. Multiple schools or institution types may have the same program that you're interested in, but they're all going to feel really different. And you're picking not just what you want to study, but you're picking also your life for the next several years. And you want to make sure that you're comfortable in that environment. The other suggestion that I would add is to start earlier than maybe just your senior year. I don't know how many of you attending are seniors right now or younger. I think it's perfectly appropriate to start doing things like campus visits or talking to representatives like us well before your senior year. I remember when I was in high school this as well, that senioritis can kick in pretty hard and it's hard to be motivated sometimes. And if you've done some of that research and that work already, then that's going to make your senior year a little bit maybe more enjoyable and less pressure than otherwise. So visit campus and don't be afraid to start the process early.
Mesa Community College.
Well, really what we're talking about here, and I think I agree with all the other panelists, that's just really wonderful advice. So I think what we talk about here is finding your fit. And so, doing the research on all of the things mentioned, how you feel while you visit campus, but also, looking at things that are most important to you. Some of the things you might look at are whether or not that college offers the specific degree or certificate that you want to get, or, whether or not geographically that institution might be near you or further away, or whether or not you're able to get a scholarship, or maybe affordability is top of your list, as we see a lot from students. So taking all of those things into consideration, kind of prioritizing them, and then talking to the people around you who are your trusted teachers and counselors and friends, and then making the best decision for you. And we're all here to help you. I think a lot of us, we're really just wanting to get the right student in the right place. And so, that's really the best advice that I could give is to start early, as my colleague from U Arizona said, and then that way you can get your questions answered and be able to make a good decision.
Benedictine University, Mesa.
So following everyone else, they pretty much hit it on the nail. But I always tell students to make like a top 3 list of what that college must have, that your non-negotiables per se, of what they need for you specifically, because those are the things that are going to draw you to a school and make it the most at home. If they don't have those things that you want and you need in your top 3, it's probably not going to be the best fit. So like they've all said, we want you to enjoy college and want to make sure it's the right fit for you specifically. So sitting down, by yourself and even with, your parents and friends and figuring out, what would be best for you to be successful when it comes to academics, financial aid, outside the classroom, internship, stuff like that, would be my advice to you guys, is really just kind of sitting down and kind of thinking about those things, and then getting on websites and going on visits to see, make sure that it aligns with what you're looking for.
Thank you everyone for those wonderful pieces of advice. We have come to the end of our programming, so I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback you can provide to us. And as I mentioned earlier on, we do highly encourage you to go back out to the schedule. There's an additional 2 hours up next and more programming over the next day. So definitely feel free to see what else might be available. And lastly, the session was recorded and will be available afterwards at strivescan.com/greaterarizona. Again, thank you for joining us and have a great evening.